Hello, I go by the handle of Bullwhip, and I'm with U.S. Border Watch. This is Thursday, May 8th, 2008 at 10:21 p.m. and I wanted to talk about something that's been going on with Freedom Fighter Radio. More importantly, a guy by the name of Jim Stach, S-G-A-C-H, I guess that's the way you pronounce it. Jim came down to Houston for a illegal alien march on May 1st, and he joined us at a counter protest that we were doing. Now, U.S. Border Watch had the permit with the city of Houston, so it was U.S. Border Watch's name on this permit. And you know, whenever you go to anybody else's house and you're the guest in that house, it is my opinion that you should pretty much follow that person's rules. Now, I appreciate Jim's trying to take action and trying to help out with the war against the illegal aliens and fighting against all this mass hysteria and problems that's going on with our border situation. But you know, Jim, from what I understand and from what I saw that day on the 1st, you were asked to please not tear up the flag, not stomp on the flag. Now, I didn't see the whole thing, I gotta admit, but you were asked to please stop, then you were told to stop, and then they called the police on you. Now, the reason why they did that, Jim, is because as U.S. Border Watch had the permit, and as you were just a guest there, and the majority of the people, not everybody was U.S. Border Watch, but the majority of the people was U.S. Border Watch, whatever you do during that protest would be a reflection on U.S. Border Watch. Now, you decided in your own conscience for some reason to pick up a bullhorn and start cussing Curtis Collier, who, by the way, was doing an interview at the time. He wasn't even there. It was other members of U.S. Border Watch that talked to you. It was not Curtis. At least not at first. I don't know what he did later. And you started cussing U.S. Border Watch and Curtis Collier and basically stating that we were on the side of the illegals, which we're not. Everybody knows that. And since then, you've had a triad of, how to put it, anti-Border Watch talks on your little radio talk show, which is your show. You do what you want to. But, you know, tonight, 5/08 of 08 at 7 p.m., you had another conversation on the radio, on the internet, and I tried to sign up numerous times. Couldn't get in there, you know, password already taken, this, that, and the other. I tried and tried and tried and tried, so I finally signed on as a guest. And it's amazing how the guests can't chat. They're muted. Muted. Jim, it's easy to hold an argument when people can't talk back to you. So, I'm talking back to you. Number one, I met you that day. I shook your hand, I talked to you, and I welcomed you here as a guest. And you seemed a little bit high-strung for my taste, but, you know, I welcomed you. But then when all hell broke loose and you started ranting and raving on that bullhorn and acting the way you did, you were like a little boy who was denied a toy in a toy store. You were throwing a fit. Jim, you were not professional. You were not acting an adult. You're still not acting an adult. You're calling Curtis every name in the book, and you're making redundant comments. U.S. Border Watch is politically correct. Then you say Curtis Collier is anti-Semitic? Well, I've never heard him say anything against the Jewish people. You say he's a white nationalist. Well, I've never seen him act like a white Nazi or a skinhead. Yeah, I heard he called you that. At least that you're saying that. I haven't heard him say it out of his mouth, but you're saying he said it. Jim, you are the high-strung filly in this case. Now, you know, people could say, well, the devil went down to Georgia to give the devil his due. I'm trying to, Jim. You need to calm down. Curtis didn't hurt you. Steve didn't hurt you. I didn't hurt you. Nobody in U.S. Border Watch really hurt you that day. You got to continue tromping on your flag. You got to continue tearing it up. And you even threw a fit. Okay? So you got your little temper tantrum out. Grow up. Grow up. That's all I got to say. This is Bullwhip, U.S. Border Watch, signing out.